Well, I just wanted to share with you my weight loss journey and kind of how difficult it was because sometimes you look on the internet and you see that someone's, gone from fat to fit and you think it's all genetics and maybe that they have a home gym. Like I do have a home gym, but this is new. Or maybe their life is a lot easier than yours. They don't have kids or they're younger or they don't have aches and pains. But sharing the reality is that I lost my way just like everyone else. I got to 260 pounds, eventually brought that down, and psychologically it was just a struggle to get myself in the right mindset. I got eventually down to 230 pounds, and it took almost a year and a half to convince myself, or to be ready, let's call it, to actually lose weight. A good friend of mine was like, "Oh, when are you going to go on your diet plan? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that?" And it was always, "Yeah, next week. I'm starting it this week, this month." I had a plan, and it just never happened for a year and a half. And I think that's relatively normal. It might even take years for some people, but I did end up finding my path. And I wanted to kind of share, once I dialed myself in, what happened. And so I reduced my calories significantly, to put myself anywhere between a 500 to even 1,500 calorie deficit on a regular day. The reality is it's not easy at all. So I have 3 kids. I work a 4-on, 4-off schedule where I work day shift and night shift. There are 12-hour shifts. So I don't have any time to have a regular schedule. Monday chest day, Wednesday legs, push pull, long runs, short runs. That's just not a reality for me on a regular schedule. My kids have their own things to do, and obviously I have to play my part to be a good father and give them time, and my wife time to also get away and do things that she likes to do. So it all comes with sacrifice. There were so many days during my transformation that I didn't want to exercise and I didn't want to diet, and everyone at work was eating, whatever food they had, pizza, or they had Chinese food. And I was interested in eating it, and I just never could, because those were the sacrifices that I made in order to get to where I am today. You have to sacrifice your time. You have to sacrifice your feelings, and you have to sacrifice kind of your body in reality. I would wake up and I would be sore. My feet are sore. My ankles are sore, hip flexors, low back. I was tired and I didn't want to do my diet. I didn't want to exercise. I didn't want to do anything. But you have to do that. You have to get to a point where you're obsessed with your diet. You're obsessed with losing weight at a borderline psychotic level where it looks almost unhealthy from the outside. And it is healthy, certainly. It certainly is healthy for a short period of time. Now, it took me about 4 months of actual diet and exercise to get to where I am now. And now that I've been back in maintenance, I feel a lot better. And I didn't flip the switch and go back to eating my favorite food, which is actually dim sum, pizzas, ice cream, bags of chips. Chips are my vice. There was a real change in focus of what I wanted to do when I was done with my diet. And what that was, is that I was eating more beef, basically more steak, more rice, and more vegetables. I just wanted to eat more of what I was eating, my diet food. And my diet food consisted oftentimes of a couple steaks a day, and that was it. And yes, that's carnivorous, but I had days where I incorporated vegetables, and then I had days where I knew I was going to be exercising. I had planned to run that day on one of my days off, and then someone would ask me to go play tennis, and then I would go indoor rock climbing, and then maybe I would do some bench press or something at the rock climbing gym. So I knew that there was a little bit of exercise going to happen that day, and I would incorporate carbohydrates. Like oftentimes it would just be rice, and sometimes protein bars and oatmeal, something like that. The message I want to share is that although I think that I had actually phenomenal results, genetics, lifestyle, kind of your opportunity that you have that differs from anyone else, it doesn't matter that much. It matters on how much you want to put into the exercising, the dieting, and the consistency. Oftentimes I would sacrifice sleep to make sure I got an hour run, right? Like, it's just kind of what you have to do to get yourself into great shape. And then once you're in great shape, it doesn't take as much effort to maintain what you have. But if you stayed this long, I know I'm an extremely new channel, but I want to offer the opportunity to anyone who wants to email me. I do have an email in the description of the video. I'll try to answer the questions the best that I can. I actually legitimately do want to help.